As many of you know, texting while driving is illegal in many states, but people do it anyway. Now, new technology could help police, I should say, crack down on distracted drivers. One America's Rachel Asenis has more on the new Textalyzer.
Everyone loves the picture I posted of you.
You may have seen this AT&T commercial showing what can happen when a driver is distracted by a cell phone. For years, there's been a push for drivers to focus their eyes on the road and not on their phones. Now there's an even bigger push cracking down on distracted drivers. Meet the Textalyzer. Much like a breathalyzer detects if a person is driving under the influence of alcohol, the roadside Textalyzer can determine if a driver is texting or doing anything else on their phones at the time of a crash. Right now, police can access phone records, but those only show when a text was sent or received.
It seems like a great idea. The only thing is it would have to make sure that it can ascertain if someone was actually on that phone. For instance, if someone received a text message and didn't touch their phone, you'd have to be able to tell the difference, because obviously if you did receive a message and you didn't touch your phone, you're not responsible for anything.
An officer would connect a person's phone to their laptop to scan its operating system logs, which would provide information about touchscreen use and whether someone was typing at the time of a crash. Some drivers say it's fair, but don't want to get in trouble for using something like GPS on their phones.
The whole idea of texting and driving, yeah, people shouldn't be doing it, especially since I have a child myself, so I don't want someone obviously to hit us with my baby in the back seat, so I worry about that, but at the same time I use my phone for the GPS.
The Textalyzer's biggest roadblock? The issue of privacy. But the software was designed with the driver's privacy in mind. While officers could detect that someone was using their phone, they can't see content like conversations or pictures. The idea of the Textalyzer came from a man whose 19-year-old son, Evan Lieberman, was killed by a distracted driver in New York back in 2011. Legislation dubbed Evan's Law in New York would allow police to seize a driver's cell phone at the scene of a crash and use the Textalyzer to scan the phone's usage. If passed, the law would be the first of its kind in the country, and drivers could lose their licenses if they don't hand over the phones when an officer requests it. The Textalyzer could be the new breathalyzer, unlocking cell phones to solve the cause of a crash, pushing drivers to put their cell phones away and keep their hands on the wheel and their eyes on the road. Rachel Asenis, One American News.